Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about brushing your teeth. I'm so passionate about this, and I actually did a music therapy session about it one time. So first thing we're going to do, the soap is like right here. So I'm just going to get some soap and I'm going to wash my hands because my hands are going to be going in my mouth. TMI, if any of this like grosses you out, you want to skip to the end, okay? I do this all the time at work. In other people's mouths, so doing this in my own mouth is not gross. Plus, like, I clean my mouth like all the time. Okay, so first thing I do is I take floss. This is actually the mint floss, but you don't have to do mint if you don't want to. And I take it like a big girl and I wrap it around my fingers because I don't do none of those like plastic placker things, okay? And here we go. Here we're going to get a little TMI, okay? I'll go in like that. You can skip ahead, okay? And then when I do it, so I got my wisdom teeth removed a while ago. And I do floss like in between the gum and that back molar. It's just like hot. Almost done. Alright, cool. And my teeth were already clean. So then I throw that away. Then I brush my teeth. So I floss first and then I brush my teeth. I feel like it's just better that way. It gets more of the guck out and it's not so abrasive. Now, you're supposed to brush your teeth like this. Like, see, here's the gum line, right? And then here's the top of my teeth. And you gotta go in like circular motions. And so that way the bristles get like in the gums, right? And the smaller the motions are, the better it is. So you want to just like do like this, you know? But I have a receding gum line because I wear Invisalign. And if anybody out there has braces or Invisalign, or you wear a night guard, or you have anything of the sort that is like in your mouth, you need to brush your teeth following periodontal maintenance technique, which I'll show you because I have a receding gum line. So you want to use a very fine toothbrush. This is like really fine, soft, I think it's very soft bristles. I think that's the like softest you can get. And then you're gonna I have toothpaste on here, and then you're gonna brush the gum line down very gently. It's almost like the bristles are massaging your gums, okay? So what did we learn? Regular individuals, when you brush, you want to do circular motions, so then that way the bristles get inside the gum, right? But then if you have Invisalign, braces, or you're suffering from receding gum line, then you want to brush the gum down, or in this case you want to brush it up. Because you want to teach the gum, if you're having like receding issues, you want to teach the gum that it needs to grow up, you know? And it also promotes blood flow when you do both ways promote blood flow, but a soft touch helps with receding gum line. So that's what I'm going to do because that's what I have, and that's what why I brush my teeth with my right hand and I don't do the ambidextrous thing because these are already like damaged. Okay? And then I go inside and brush up. And then I go here. And then I go brush down. You gotta TMI. You have to brush your tongue. That's where all the bad breath is, okay? And then I do the gums. Alright, and then we rinse. I do this thing where I cup it. I don't know, my father does that, and I copied him. Alright, so that's it. I know it probably like looks weird, and sometimes if you eat food that's like prone to plaque, then you're still gonna get like a little bit of plaque, right? It's not gonna like rinse all the plaque out, but that's why we're gonna go to the mouthwash. So I didn't show you guys what I was using. Well, these are both from the office, okay? But like, this is the floss. Any floss will do. You don't have to get the minty kind. I actually didn't know that this was mint, okay? Normally I get the regular. And then this is just like Crest, but again, you can get floss from the dollar store. You can get placards from the dollar store if you're into that. Okay, so we're gonna use the mouthwash, but before we do that, why don't I talk about my trays here. So, what I do with these, I don't know, how am I gonna show you guys? What I do with these is I take a little bit of mouthwash, and this is what we do at the office, okay? So we take a little bit of mouthwash, and then we mix it with some water when we give it to clients. I'm gonna put that there so it doesn't like fall. Alright, so then what I do is I take this mixture and I pour it into the case. And then when I'm like eating a meal, I just let it sit, okay? But since we're not eating a meal right now, I let it sit, and then I dip the brush in to the mixture so it has the mouthwash on it. And then I brush the inside. And I go real hard because these aren't my gums, so it's okay. And I brush all the guck that's like inside because the plaque like builds up in this, and it gets like really gross, and like they're clear so you can tell if it's like dirty. So I brush the inside and then I brush the outside, and I really focus on like these back molars. I don't know why they get the most plaque in my personal experience. But I mean, everybody's a little bit different. And plaque really, honestly, it really deals with your diet. Like, I drink apple cider vinegar every day, and I don't get like plaque. And I understand that sometimes apple cider vinegar can be abrasive to tooth enamel, but I haven't had an issue yet. These are abrasive to tooth enamel. Okay, I've gotten more enamel issues wearing Invisalign than drinking apple cider vinegar. So again, but it's just because everybody's a little bit different. So some people might be like apple cider vinegar might be a little too strong for them, which is fine. Some people drink beverages through a straw because of their tooth enamel. You know, everybody's a little bit different. Okay, so I go ham and I wash the inside. And as you saw, I like brush it and then I let the guck like sit on it for a little bit longer. And then, we're almost done here. Okay, then I'm going to take, this is the bottom tray, and I'm going to run it under water, and then I like briefly brush it with the water. And I really do like the inside, not necessarily the outside. And I do this with cold water because hot water can melt the plastic. Just be careful, okay? And then there you go. It's not going to be like perfectly clear, right? And because these aren't really supposed to last more than like 2 weeks. So it's not going to be like perfect, but it's going to be like good and it's going to taste minty. So there you go. And I'll put these in the bottom. And then do the same thing with the top. So, fun fact. Actually, I have two. I have two fun facts. So first fun fact. and put this back. Actually, we'll check it out. Okay. Now, first fun fact is that if you have a night guard, a night guard, here's the thing. These are thin, right? And then the if you have a retainer, it's a little bit thicker, and then a night guard's the thickest. So if you have a night guard and it's like gross and dirty, you can bring it to the dentist's office and they'll run it through the machine and it will clean it for you. However, I don't really think you can do that with aligners. Plus, like I said, aligners, they're just really meant for like a 2-week rotation. I don't know, I don't have a retainer, so I've never like thought to bring it into the dental office, but I guess like I'll ask, I'll see what they say. But people bring in their night guards all the time and we can run it through the machine. I charge them $130. So like, because the dental assistant like cleans it like by hand and then runs it through the machine, so we kind of do lose a little bit of revenue, so that's why I charge them $130, and the insurance doesn't cover it, in case you guys were curious. But we do clean it if it gets real nasty. Okay, so then I have my Invisalign in. I actually made these myself, just saying. So yeah, so I made the mold. Check it out. I made the mold, and then and they fit perfectly. I mean, this part like doesn't go all over my gums, but remember we mentioned that I have a receding gum line because of the Invisalign, and that happens whenever teeth move. Like, you know, it's not because I made the Invisalign, it's not because I have Invisalign, it's just that like whenever teeth shift, you're more prone to a receding gum line. It's nothing unusual. Gingivitis is something that like runs in your family, you know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Alright, before we end, we're gonna rinse with some mouthwash. Yes, I don't rinse with the mouthwash until I put these Invisalign in, because I really like when the mouthwash gets like in the Invisalign. I feel like it provides a cleaner feel because then it's rinsing like everything, whereas like if you do this before the Invisalign, well then the Invisalign like you don't like taste that mintiness, you know. And then if you do it twice, then again it's a little too abrasive for your enamel. So here we go. My father usually lets the mouthwash like sit in his mouth until it stops stinging, but as long as you just rinse it, like nothing. Okay, here's the thing, mouthwash doesn't get rid of plaque, brushing gets rid of plaque, so you don't really need to leave the mouthwash in for that long unless you're trying to like get rid of bad breath, you know. The longer you leave the mouthwash in, it doesn't necessarily affect the plaque on your teeth. It's just gonna freshen your breath, and it doesn't really like get rid of bad breath. It freshens it now, but it's not gonna get rid of it like permanently right away, you know. Anyway, so we're gonna leave with this thought, because in case anybody didn't watch the whole thing because you got a little gross, and that's totally fine because I used to get kind of gross too, until I started doing it every day, and then now I'm immune. But and the thing with your teeth is that you want to be doing these things all the time. You want to be flossing twice a day. You want to be brushing twice a day. You want to be rinsing with mouthwash 1 to 2 times a day. If your teeth enamel are a little bit more sensitive, maybe you could do the mouthwash like once a day, you know, because that has alcohol in it and it can be abrasive. But the thing is that you really want to irritate those gums when you go in, okay? You want to floss, irritating the gums. You want to brush close to the gum line, regardless of whether you're doing regular brushing, circular motions, or if you're doing the periodontal brushing. You still want to irritate those gum lines, stimulate the flow of blood to the gums. That's the most important thing. And then the mouthwash is really just like a fresh breath bacteria killing. It doesn't necessarily get rid of tooth enamel. It doesn't necessarily help your gum line unless you use Paradex, which helps get rid of infection. Okay? So, that being said, that your teeth are so important, and I'll leave you guys with a little story. So, when I first went vegan, I was in a partying phase, and I used to go to bed drunk all the time, and I totally forgot to brush my teeth all the time. It was really bad. And I went to the dentist, and I thought I was going to have cavities because, like, I was going to sleep intoxicated. But what ended up happening was the dentist said that my gums were really healthy, and that just proves that, like, when you're healthy, when your gums are healthy, then you're healthy. When your gums aren't healthy, you're not healthy. We had a client come in one time with swollen gums, and she ended up going into cardiac arrest like 7 hours after she came into our office. So that, like, oral hygiene is so important because it really defines, like, your health. If your teeth are bad, then you're bad, okay? If your teeth are good, then you're good. So that's the way it is. Keep up with those healthy habits. Definitely floss and brush your teeth, and don't fall asleep drunk and forget like I did. Learn from my mistakes. It's really convenient to brush your teeth in the shower. I know it can be kind of hard to floss in the shower, but you can, you know, if you're getting into the groove and this is a new concept for you, there you go. Last, before we leave the water pick, the water pick's really good if you're older. By older, I mean like over the age of 40. When you're young, the water pick, not that it's like, it's beneficial for sure, but like, when you get older, it tends to get harder to brush towards the gum line. So it's better when you're older to invest in a water pick. It's not gonna hurt if you invest in it when you're younger, like, but we just recommend it for older patients, just because of gum sensitivity and the ability to brush close to the gum line, just saying. I know that nobody wants to think about not being able to brush your teeth, but it is important because your dexterity does decrease as you get older, and that's why we have fancy things like an automatic toothbrush and a water pick. Automatic toothbrushes are kind of old-fashioned, but to be honest with you, it's very easy to overdo it with an automatic toothbrush. So I firmly recommend like hand brushing, or if you're older, doing a water pick. Okay? So there you go, all of these items you can get from the dollar store. This video was not sponsored. And if you like my work, I can show you guys how I make molds because it's pretty darn cool and it's really easy. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye!